Hello and welcome to Down the Track. We're continuing our series of IPL team previews. Today we will be previewing Punjab Kings 11. I have with me the man who's wearing the colors red. How are you doing, Abrar?
Good.
My
How are
co-host.
you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much. So just looking into this team before we start, there's a lot of permutations we were just discussing as well.
Yeah.
Punjab they've reached a final, I think, once, but apart from that, they've had a poor IPL history. What are your initial thoughts looking at this squad? There's a lot of changes. There's no more Ashwin, new captain, new leader, some new players coming in. So your thoughts on this team initially?
Again, very Punjab like team again. Too many things happening. I don't know. There's a lot of like for example, you see like a Chennai or a Sunrisers or even a Mumbai for that matter. They're very settled team. They might make one or two changes here and there, but this team always goes around with a bunch of they always have a few things that they have to try out like every now and again. There's a lot of chopping and changing. Your enigma in terms of Ashwin last year is now not your captain anymore. Your new captain. There's always something going on with this team. They have a new think tank with, although a lot massive respect for Kumble, but a very big task up ahead for him. It's just something around about this team that doesn't give you that great vibe. A very great team. If they tick all the boxes, if they can really perform, if their stars can perform, this team can go far. They have to figure out a lot of things, and a new captain. He's gonna find it. I mean, it's gonna. We have to see how he performs, how he takes all this pressure, and how he really performs under the pressure situations. There's big decisions to be made, so there's a lot going on with this team. We'll dive into it when we kind of analyze this team. But my initial thoughts are a little bit mixed.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And speaking of KL Rahul, like there's a lot of pressure on him. He's going to be keeping, he's going to be opening the batting, and he's going to be captaining. And he's probably pushing for a permanent spot in the T20 team as well, even though he's probably there, but he has competition from Dhawan and even Rishabh Pant as a keeper batsman. So, everyone will be analyzing all his things in the game, like his keeping, his captaincy and batting. So do you think he can take that pressure? And like you said, there's going to be a lot of big calls because there might be a time where he might need to drop a guy like Chris Gayle. And with Kumble, with him, it might be easier to make those calls, but do you think he can handle that pressure being captaining for the first time?
That is what I want to see how that goes. I think if KL Rahul can really strive in this role and take all this pressure and come out strong, I think Punjab can go strong. But it's just so much pressure on someone who's a newer captain, who also is trying very hard to keep his spot in the white ball cricket for Indian cricket. He has all these decisions to make, but yes, Kumble will help. But Kumble is also a hard taskmaster. He's not going to make it. Like there's going to be like a lot of debates and stuff like that. So I wish there was more space for maybe a Puran to come in, so that at least the keeping goes. He gets off the keeping, so that at least that one thing less for him. But with the way the team is and with the way the foreign situation is, and if you want to play Gayle, I have a feeling that Puran will have to be dropped. So that's why I don't, in my ideal 11 he's not there. At least he doesn't start. So there's all these questions, there's all these decisions to make. Is their bowling attack strong enough to handle the big hitters in some of the other teams? There's a lot going on with this team. They always have these questions around them. Sometimes they click, sometimes they don't. They can really take a lot of they can take something out of the fact that Maxwell last time he played in UAE, he really lit the tournament up. So maybe they take it from that. And Maxwell is their big guy, go-to guy. If he can perform, then Punjab have what it takes. But there's a lot of pressure on 3 or 4 of these really big names, and if they can perform, then Punjab can go strong.
Maxwell scored over like 300 runs in 5 matches in Dubai the last time they played in Dubai.
70-80 run average or something here, and incredible. And I think his strike rate was at 200 or something of the sort. So
it was incredible the way he's playing. So if he can get that form, then that'll be next level. But also, if you notice, the last 2 years they started brightly and then just they tapered off. Also, do you think because they have so many options now, they don't have a fixed 11 because you have so many players we don't know if they're going to perform, if they're not going to perform, and you have similar level type of players. So do you think experimenting can be a risk in the beginning? If something doesn't if they don't click initially, it might take this team some time to settle.
That is exactly what the problem is. That is exactly what I see as this team's problem. Hopefully, they go in with a settled. They go in with a team, and then like they try the same team out for 4 or 5 games. Really give it a shot. Expect them to come good because everyone in this team has the talent, have what it takes. But it's just a matter of not chopping and changing too much because uh, that's when the big problem happens because no one is sure of their team, no one is sure of their performances, no one's sure if they're going to start the next game and stuff like that, and that kind of creates a lot of these doubts in their head, and that is what they don't want to do. I think Kumble should sit this team down and be like, you know what, this is my starting 11 for the 5 games. Go out and show me what you got, then we'll see how it goes, kind of, and if they can get 3 wins out of those 5, then they're in the tournament, well and good.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about Mohammad Shami. He's changed his bowling style. Like he was known as a test bowler, but like over the last couple of years, he's worked on his fitness a lot. You saw in the World Cup, he bowled brilliantly, and like he's going to play a major role in this team, both in the death overs and in the opening with the new ball. So, what do you see Shami's role in this, and how much responsibility will he have to take?
Like I said, the bowling does look a little bit weak. I mean, with due respect to like the likes of Nishan Porel, there's going to be Mujib, there's going to be Chris Jordan, who's in my team. There's all these bowlers, and Jordan's a very good bowler. He's a very good all-round option to have, and he's a good T20 bowler as well. But it's all on Shami. I mean, Shami is the talisman in this bowling lineup. He has to really go out there and give 4 tight overs, get those wickets up front, and bowl those death overs as well. And there's that almost all that pressure when he bowls for Indian cricket. That pressure is not on him. It's mainly Bumrah and so some of the other guys, Bhuvi, Bumrah. These are the guys who take that mantle, and he really shines when he's your first change bowler. He really doesn't. He's not your frontline bowler, right? Bumrah is the main guy, and he's been incredible. But will he be able to be the frontline guy, take all the pressure? That remains to be seen.
And these conditions will be different. It won't be like he excelled in New Zealand, in Australia, and England. He bowls really well in India as well. But these conditions are not ideal for Shami. But he'll have to adapt his game once again and show that like he's the leader and like take the wickets. And I think
that's what we'll have to see how he does that. If he takes that responsibility, then Punjab have a chance.
Yeah, and I think you can come up with like 4 or 5 different 11s, but what would be your ideal 11 going into this IPL for Punjab?
Like you said, I mean, there are so many options in this team. There are so many good guys who will miss out. Unfortunately, the likes of Mandeep, there's Karun Nair. These are decent guys who I don't have a spot in my team for. So I'm going to go with KL Rahul and Gale to open. KL Rahul is also my wicketkeeper. And Mayank Agarwal at 3. And then I have Sarfaraz at 4 because he's had an incredible domestic season, and I started to rate him highly after surprising me in Bangalore. He was really out of form over there, but I have Sarfaraz at 4, Maxwell at 5. Then I go with the Gautam at 6, which is a good all-round option, and then Jordan at 7. I have Ishan Porel at 8, Shami at 9, and either Murugan or Bishnoi, depending on who they want, as at 10, and then I finish it off with Mujib at 11.
At Mujib 11, Mujib is key because in some,
especially in these conditions, like UAE conditions.
The thing is, they have so many spin options, so they might be tempted to leave him because of the spin options to play the extra fast bowler like a Cottrell or play like a Nisham. But I feel that Mujib will exploit these conditions really well. He's played in Dubai a lot. He's not an easy spinner to get away, and he can bowl in the power play as well. So I think he's like a new ball bowler for you. So
exactly,
he
gives you that flexibility that way you can really I want Puran to be in my team. I want to find a spot for Nisham, but it get very hard because I think Maxwell picks himself because especially he's really that your finisher, real go-to finisher. Jordan's your absolute great all-rounder. He's your death bowler. He can give you 3 overs at the death. He gives you a little bit with the bat as well. So he's my number 7. So it's just hard for me that Maxwell and Jordan kind of pick themselves. Mujib, certain conditions really favor him, and like you said, he's a new ball bowler as well. The only person who you can probably remove if he's not performing is Gale, but Gale can really win you games. He's your match winner, right? So it's just hard for me to find a spot for a Nisham or a Cottrell or even a Puran for that matter.
Yeah, but I think down the line Puran will come into the team for Gale. I just feel that like I don't know how because I think initially Chris Gayle will be effective,
Yeah.
especially when the pitches are a bit flatter. But as they wear out, I don't know if he can last the whole period. But even if he does, I think someone like Pooran, that's also a risk. Like Pooran scored a fantastic century in the CPL, but apart from that, he didn't have the greatest of tournaments.
Right.
But I think just his energy, and maybe he can take the pressure off Rahul by keeping wickets, like you mentioned. So I think down the line they might have to make that change.
And they can easily replace Mayank Agarwal with KL as the opening slot, and then they can just chip one up on each other. Then maybe Sarfaraz comes in at 3 and Pooran at 4, Maxwell at 5. That makes the side. If Gayle doesn't perform, that makes the side very well balanced as well. And maybe if Jordan isn't working for whatever reason, they have the likes of maybe a Cottrell or a Jimmy Neesham to come and replace him.
Yeah, and your spinners are Mujib.
Mujib and I want to go initially with Murugan, but I definitely want to give I'd give Bishnoi a chance here and there if he can really grab the opportunity that he gets and maybe get a couple of wickets. I'd continue to stick with him, but just for the experience sake, I'd have Murugan as my spinning option with Mujib. Then Gautam also spins the ball around, so he's an option as well.
Yeah, so I think my ideal 11 is a bit different. I would just go a bit more batting heavy. And I would have Maxwell batting at 4, and I would have Nair in my team at 5 and Sarfaraz at 6 as the finisher. I think Sarfaraz is in good form, and I feel that the reason why I want Maxwell as 4 is look, Sarfaraz is there at the back end, so he doesn't need to worry about anything, and I want him to go hammer and tongs Maxwell. That's why I'm keeping an extra batsman there and playing the likes of Gautam at 7. You have Gautam at 6, right?
I have Gautam at 6,
Yeah, so I'm going with that extra cushion, I think, to give Maxwell that license to go from ball 1. And even if it doesn't go, but he should have that in his mind that I can attack. Like, I have batsmen behind me. So that's the only reason I went that way. And I have Mujib and Jordan as well in my team. I think they'll be really important. I think... otherwise it's a similar team.
So you pretty much have the extra guy in Karun Nair, right?
Yeah, in Karun Nair I have the extra guy. And I think also one more change, what I would do with you is if it doesn't work, like if the batting is a bit light, like from your 11, I would probably take out Gautam and put Deepak Hooda.
Yeah.
Because he'll be that extra batsman and then put a spinner there. So I think that's what I would. I think that's the difference.
If Gautam doesn't work, but Gautam's a good spot. He's a good player. He gives you that.
About his batting only, like I think I think he can bat as well. I've seen him play some nice shots. He won a game as well for Rajasthan.
He's a good batsman. He can tonk it around a little bit.
Yeah. So, but if it doesn't work, if you want to go with an extra batsman, that may be one change you can do. But I think the 11 you're going with is really good, and they'll probably experiment. If it doesn't work out, they'll probably make some changes as it goes.
Yeah, I have. He's my key player actually. Gautam is my go-to key player. If he can perform with the bat and the ball, I think Punjab really has what it takes to click.
He's the glue.
He is the glue pretty much. You're right. Between the batting and the bowling. So if he can give you those 3 overs and be economical, he can also, for that matter, bowl in the power plays. So that gives Mujib an extra over here and there. You can use him in the middle sometimes if you really need a wicket or something. And Mujib can give you that extra over or 2 in the middle as well if needed. Because Gautam can take care of the bowling up front as well. So that's kind of his role. It becomes very important. I was surprised to see Rajasthan let him go because he would have been a nice player for them as well in the middle.
Yeah.
But I guess they wanted that fast bowling option. So. And they got Ankit Rajput instead. But it's a decent team. It's just a matter of for them to find the balance quickly and get off the blocks quickly. If they have a slow start, then this team will crumble quickly. I think they need to get 3 out of 5 wins, and then hopefully they can stick around. And a lot depends on how KL really takes this team forward.
Yeah, and you've already mentioned.
You can do as much as you want and as much analysis, as much planning and everything that you want, but on the field, things can get tricky. So you really need the captain to have that experience, and that's where likes of Dhoni, Rohit, Virat, these guys.
That's why all eyes will be on Rahul. I think he'll have that extra pressure, so everyone will want to see how he's captaining, then how is he keeping, and then how is he opening the bat. Because opening the batting, like it's not like he's coming number 5, 6 where he can rest a bit. Yes, if they're bowling first, he's doing all the field placements. He's bending up and down for every ball as a keeper, and then he's going right in, putting his pads on. on. So
and they play 6 games in 3 days or something. I'm sorry,
yeah,
3 games in 6 days or something. That can take
yeah.
a lot of pressure.
There might be a plea for him to come 1 down or 2 down, but I think he'll open the batting initially. But like
He's gonna
I
have
don't,
to, yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I think there'll be all eyes on him. You already mentioned your key player in Gautam, and like a surprise package for you from this team, like a guy who will take everybody by surprise.
I'd like to see how Ishan Porel and Bishnoi perform, the youngsters.
Yeah.
If they can, they'll be the surprise packages. Both of them have had decent. Bishnoi especially had a very good under 19 tournament. So if he can bring in some of that,
Yeah.
what he performed over there, if he can bring that into
Yeah.
this team, it'd be nice to see that.
Yeah.
He's a good quality guy. He needs some experience under his belt. So
I just hope what
he's
happened with
surprise.
Chakravarti doesn't happen with him, because he was hyped up a lot. Everyone thought he was gonna, even me, I thought he was gonna be that mystery bowler, and he got tonked. Maybe like the lack of crowds will help, and also the pitches will help Bishnoi. And it's not easy to pick leg spinners, and the price tag as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure. So hopefully he'll have a better tournament, a better debut tournament than Chakravarti did.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
Yeah, and moving on. Where do you see this team ranking? Are they making a playoff? Are they making a final? Are they champions? Where do you see them ranking after the group stages at least?
I don't see them make the playoffs. I just feel like there's too much pressure on KL, and there's that little bit of there's small cracks that I see in this team. That and for all you know, they'll really like a Gautam or a Maxwell can have a blinder of a tournament, and they can really go out and maybe finish first for all you know. But just because, like I always keep saying, I have to put 4 in the first half and I have to put 4 in the second half, so that just makes this a hard team for me. So I think they'll finish last, I think, in my opinion.
I feel their middle order, if it clicks, I think they can go really far, because Rahul and Gill will. I'm banking on them to give good starts, and not every game, but at least like in majority of games, give good starts. Even if one doesn't perform, the other might. And then if the likes of Maxwell and Sarfaraz can have a good tournament, I think they can go far with the middle order. Like the middle order needs to click, because what I noticed last season was the top order was firing even the season before, but then middle order was a huge issue. Yeah, and their bowling as well, death bowling. I think Jordan brings in a lot. Yeah, I think he won't leak as much as the previous Punjab teams did, because his experience will help, and I think that will probably take the pressure off Shami a bit. So I think that will be key. So
that's very important. You're right about that.
Yeah,
if their middle order can perform, for sure. What are you going to do?
I'm thinking they make a playoff. I'll probably give them 4th place.
Nice. Okay.
I'm going with all new teams except for maybe Sunrisers, but except for Sunrisers, I picked all new teams and Sunrisers in my top 4, so I think I'll stick with that. It can go horribly wrong, my predictions, but I'm just sticking my neck out.
For all you know, it's just, we both have very different predictions. Yeah. So except I think
one
Sunrisers makes I think Sunrisers makes both our top 4. Yeah. But apart from that, I think we all both have.
You're going with the more experienced and successful teams. I'm just taking.
You have Delhi in your top 4, right?
Yeah. But they haven't. I don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the newer teams. I'm just backing those kind of. Yeah. I just feel it's a different year, so it's going to be a different result. So I'm just going with a gut. But I think, like you said, this Punjab team, there's a lot of potential there, but it could go south as well. So they'll need to be careful. Hopefully, they can get there. For them, they can get their 11 sorted, and then from there, make those subtle changes. You don't want to completely change the team, even though they have the options. But to get that chemistry going, you just want to make those subtle changes. Maybe rest Gale for a game, bring in Puran, rest Maxwell, bring in Nisham, like that. You don't want to Cottrell for Jordan, but you don't want them failing and then suddenly bringing everybody in. So I think
they have a lot of depth in this team, so that helps. They have a good replacement, maybe except for Mujib as a spinner option. In terms of an experienced spinner, they have, like you said, Cottrell, they have Nisham, they have Puran, they have a few players that they can bank on. They have Andrew Tai. They can bank on these players, but
they have Andrew Tai as well.
So he's a good option as well. So that kind of helps.
Yeah, I think this is one of the more trickier analysis that we had to do, because there's so many permutations.
One of the rare ones that both of us have very, very kind of different opinions on a few of them. Like in terms of your team, I think there were 2 or 3 different guys, and my team, usually ours are together for the most part, at least. But
but the team is like that because we have plenty of options.
Yep.
So I think it'll be interesting to see. Do you have any final thoughts about this team?
Nope, that's it. I think we covered all the bases.
Yeah, I think so too. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll get back to you for the rest of the teams. Have a good night and take care.
Yep, you too. Take care.
Thank you.